Hi, children. Welcome to Eclid Learning. This is the fifth chapter for grade 9, which will be talking about computer networks. So, if you haven't watched my previous videos for the grade 9, please go and watch them. This chapter doesn't have much foundation in other grades, but yes, we talked about networks and all in grades below. But this one you can start as a beginner as well. Yeah, we'll talk about computer networks. So here these kids are talking about first one, the girl is talking and telling that she wants to share a soft copy article which she has prepared, right? So she wants to share it with the friends, right? And there's another girl, she wants to take a hard copy of a letter, but the printer is only connected to this particular girl's computer, right? So how can I do it? So there are a few problems, but actually both girls are having the issues, but actually you can easily solve this because these computers are actually all are interconnected in a laboratory, no, usually in a school lab. Usually these computers are networked. So they can easily share soft copies. They can easily get hard copies from printer, from any computer in the lab because all are interconnected, right? So what do you mean by computer network, right? A collection of computers it can be in a lab, in an organization. So anyway, it's a collection of computers, right? Two or more computers are interconnected, right? So that is a computer network. And what is the largest computer network? Sorry, internet is the network of networks. So it has multiple computer networks in it, right? So what are the advantages of computer networking? Why we need to do a networking, right? Why in the school lab, all the lab uh, computers are connected, right? So as we discussed in the earlier thing, we can share software and hardware, right? And we can increase the access, like ability to access the internet from any computer, right? So if you can do communication, right? So if it is an internal network, you can have internal way of communication, right? Rather than using internet itself. And common use of documents, images, photos, and all these things can be kept in shared location, and everybody can use it if you use a network. And sharing software like computer games, right? And you can share information also, like you can keep it in a one network storage place and you can save all the important information and you can share it among the other computers. And backups, what do you mean by backups, right? So all the data files can be saved in a central place and keep backups easily. You can get a backup. So if some of this data get corrupted or lost, you can easily restore with the backups. That's why we need to take a backup. So all these advantages are there when you are using computer networks. So types of network connections. So usually we have wired and wireless. Nowadays both are very familiar. So wired means you're using physical wires to connect, but wireless means you're not using cables, right? It's with Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, like different kind of a technology is used when it is wireless. So these are few cables you used when we are using wired connections, fiber optics, right? And twisted pair cables, this copper wires. And when it comes to wireless, it can be infrared, IR waves. So these are the waves we use in the remote controller, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and radio waves. All these are wireless media. So you don't need wires for this. So these are the basic devices you need in a network, right? You need a server. So server is actually any kind of a computer, but it is usually having more powerful, like more RAM, more memory, like more processing power. So more features like are there, but it can be an ordinary computer, right? So the server usually manages all the software, hardware, files, and communication in a network, right? And it's like more powerful machine, which is doing the basic controlling. Then we have the switch, right? So switch is acting as the mediator, right? If you have multiple computers, it will act as a mediator, right? So the switch will recognize the destination computer or the device which we need to send it from one computer to another network, right? So for example, they have given when your printing command is given from one computer, switches can do the decision making and will send it to the relevant machine. Like for the printer, it will send, and vice versa, it can do the decision making kind of thing because it can recognize what is the destination machine or what is the machine you have to send this information to. Then you have network interface card, NIC, we call it. So NIC is needed to connect a computer to a network. And then we have RJ45 connector cables for the networking. So then comes the router, right? Router is used to connect one network to another network, or a network can be used to connect to internet using a router, right? Sometimes in your homes also you may be having this SLT routers, dialog routers and all. So routers connects your computer network to the internet, especially. So here they have given another picture for the network, right? You have the server and switch is there. Switch is connecting to the server and all other computers are connected to the switch, right? So this is a basic example of a network. So using a computer network, right, you can share resources and you can do communication. So basically, these are the two objectives of using a computer network. You can do communication, right? For example, you can message, you can email, social networking. There are different kind of communication mechanisms, and you can share resources. So sharing resources, it can be hardware or software like resources, like the printer sharing, scanner sharing, or data and information also can be shared, like you can have a central location to keep all this relevant information. So communication, right? So as we discussed earlier, a computer network helps to do the easy communication, right? So at once, sometimes we can send a message to all the destination computers. So it can be very easily done, right? So like internal networks can be there, external networks can be there. And hope you know about the command line interface, right? So this can be used also for the communication. Sharing resources, right? So earlier we discussed about sharing hardware. So you can have one printer, right? The printer can be connected to the network, maybe wired, maybe wireless, right? So all other people in the network can easily communicate to that printer. So you don't need printer for each machine, but if you network it, you can have one printer and all other computers can access it. Like scanners, fax machines also you can share like that. So what are the advantages of using peripherals in common, right? Definitely it saves money, right? And you can have common hardware with several computers. So it's saving time also. You don't have to configure, install drivers to multiple machines. You can have one thing. Sharing software. So if you have to install a standalone each company, if you need to install some software, it needs individual software license, but it can be very expensive. But if you use multi-user software license, right, for a network, like it will be more cheaper, right? So it is definitely saving money. And you can share data and information also, we discuss the same thing. We can have a multiple storage and we can use it. So definitely it will help to save time, because the management of data and information is very easy because it's in a central place, and definitely money and storage capacity can be saved, right? File folder. So when a folder is shared in a network, all the files in the folder can be accessed by users in the network. So you can control this, whether you are allowing everybody to access it, or for selected users only you are going to access it, like that. So you can have a shared folder, and this folder can be used to share images, photos, and other stuff. So I talked about the command line interface, right? So command line interface, actually in earlier days, before we come up with these graphical user interfaces like Windows and all, earlier days, actually operating system itself like command line interfaces. That means you have to type every command there. But with the introduction of graphical user interfaces, this has been not used much, but still we need this thing for different kind of purposes. Especially this can be used to send messages to network users, right? Like ping and all, you may have heard those commands. So these things can be used. In addition, there are a few third-party softwares they have mentioned: LAN messages, Net Send, GUI, Pop Messenger. Those things also can be used. So you can easily get the command line by typing CMD here, and you can get the command line. Yeah, that's the end of the chapter. So in this chapter, we talked about what is a computer network, right? It's a collection of two or more computers, and especially you can share resources, right? So computer network has multiple advantages. The basic objectives are like to communication and for share resources. So computer connections for in the networks can be wired or wireless, right? If it is wired, it can be optical fiber or twisted pair cables. If it is wireless, infrared, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, radio waves can be used. So then we talked about basic devices in a network, right? It can have NIC, switch, connection media, right? The server, right? Those things can be there, right? Then they are talking about different terms, especially like a server is the computer which is having more like kind of a control or power. The control management of software, hardware, files, and messaging is done by a server, right? Switch is actually acting as the mediator, right, between multiple computers, right? So data and information can be sent from one uh, computer in one network to another, especially using a switch. So sharing resources and information is one of the main thing we are doing using the computer networks. So messaging and emailing, those things can be used for communication purposes. Similarly, you can have a shared file folder, which is shared among all the people or selected people in the network. So based on that, you can allow access for different resources. Sharing printer. So printer can be connected, not only printer, fax machines, scanners, those things can be shared among a network. So especially communication in a network can be done using a command line interface. Yeah, it's not very long chapter, very small chapter. You can very easily gain marks in this one. So this is the end of chapter 5. So if you have any questions, please do comment. And if you like my video, please do like. And please subscribe my channel if you haven't subscribed. And bell. Please press the bell icon also, so you will get all the notifications when I upload new videos. So thank you very much.